Hello. Welcome, everybody. This is the official The Hempibition Show coming to you live every single Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m. Pacific. That's what this is. That's right. Hello, badasses. I see a few of you. That was a tongue twister there. A few of you out there. Well, Casey is in Africa. His Wi-Fi is choppy, so we're going to do the best we can to get him on here. We did a little test run, and it was choppy, but it's going to be good because his information freaking rocks. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great show. Welcome. I see Brian. What's up? The Pink Cowboy in the house. Bloomington, Indiana. Kai, let me know where you guys are dropping in from. Give me your state. Your not like state of being like, oh, I'm excited. Like state, where do you live? Give me a city, give me a town, give me a something. Gene, what's up, buddy? Ready to start? Yes. Beth, hello. Chris, what is up? Rhonda, hello. Come on in. Come on in. Everybody get situated. Oregon. Oh, very cool. You're up in Oregon. Tamara, hello. Thursday. It is Thursday. Did I say Tuesday? See, I keep telling you guys, you do not have to be smart to do this. Proof in the pudding. Anybody can do this stuff. You just got to turn on the little microphone deal and start talking. Welcome to the Thursday show, The Hempibition, which is obviously coming to you live every single Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific. And you can figure out where you are in the world and what that time frame means for you. Alberto Landa. Hey, what's up, Alberto? I was just chatting with him. So we have Mexico in the house, and he happens to be in not Guadalajara. He's in... oh my God, he just freaking told me. Not okay. Anyway, so we got some cool people here. We got Africa, we got Europe in the house. It's gonna be it's not OCD. I just forgot what it is. I'm busy, people. I'm cool stuff is happening. It's really exciting. So as you guys are dropping the the states where you guys are chiming in from, you know the rules. This content gets repurposed to our podcast channels. It's called The Hempibition on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, etc. Please go download an episode or all of them, subscribe, leave a positive comment, give us a 5-star review. Guess what? We need it. That we don't get paid for this. So that's the only way we can get some kind of traction and grow the channels and all that fun stuff. And then, of course, this also goes to the YouTube channel called The Hempibition. That's still getting built, but it's there. It's growing. It's coming. It's doing all sorts of fun stuff. So you guys know the rules on Facebook. You want to do a few things. Very, very important to get the algorithm going. What do? Come on, Beth. Where's Beth? What do? Tell these people what to do. Tag. Anybody that needs to hear this. Look, today we're going through financial times like probably never before. And what's about to pop is going to be like never before. So people are looking to make money. I don't care where you live. Like today we're talking Africa. We're talking, we got Europe going. We got Canada going. We got South America, Mexico in the house. So people are looking to make money. People are looking to find a different way. People are looking to be at home with their kids because guess what now? They got to homeschool. You can't go to your job anymore. And if your business is a go-away business, like you got to go to a thing or you're a contractor, guess what? With what we do, you can do from home. You can do from a freaking cell phone. It's beautiful. It's great. It's genius. So tag somebody that needs to hear this. Please share. There's a button below right now that says share. And of course, if you want to start a watch party, do so now. At the bottom, you'll see watch party. Get it out there. And of course, you can host your own live, use this content for your audience. And of course, the biggest thing you want to do is hit the heart button, like smash the heart button hard throughout, now, in the middle, at the end. Give us a lot of hearts. And this is all Facebook algorithm. It's not like that doesn't do anything for me outside of the fact that I know you guys love me and I get it. But Facebook needs this crap. So please, out there in Facebook land, hit the heart button. And of course, comments are very, very important because it keeps the algorithm going and it gets this information out there to more people. With that said, we don't know, like you guys today, you saw Trump, he's doing a little he just did an executive order for social media. There's a lot of bad stuff happening on social media. With that said, to stay in touch with us, the best way, go to Badassery Factory. and you'll get a pop-up to drop your email address in, and that's where you can always stay in touch with us. You can get our updates, let's say we move to a different platform, that's where you can we can get information out to people. And of course, anybody interested in how the CBD business works, how did we get paid, what type of products, at the same website. At the top, you'll see a CBD link. Click on the CBD link and voila, you got information. And you can also, there's a chat section at the bottom right. You can chat with us and our people. We'll get back to you. If you need me directly, you can get me on Messenger on DM, or if you have on my phone number, you can text me. With that said, I want to know, are you guys ready? Drop in the comments right now. I'm ready. And only when you guys tell me you're ready, I will bring out the badass, the one and only from somewhere in Africa. You guys ready? I want to hear I'm ready. Come on. I want to sip on my tea. I got a, what is this? No, it's not camp. It's mint, green tea, mint, and the other stuff. There's other stuff in here. Hold on. Whew, it'll come to me. It's it's that vinegar. What's that vinegar? Apple cider? Boom. Okay, you guys are ready? Boom. Cut diabetes meds in half. That's a medical claim. I should not have said that. I take it back. No claims here. But thank you, Tamara, for telling us this. All right, let's do this. So here's what's exciting, guys. I have with us today a phenomenal human being. I'll tell you guys how we met. I'm going to say, gosh, year and a half ago. Year and a half, we met at a convention, and then we did a few 17 road shows together last year, and another convention, and then we also went on vacation together. We went on a cruise, and we got to know each other. And what's exciting about getting to know people in this type of business is that you build relationships, you build friendships where, for example, in other businesses, you may not, because I'll tell you why. In traditional business, you're stuck with your business, whether at home, meaning like the brick and mortar, or if you're in the service industry, you got to be hands-on, you're there. But in our business, because we make money through our phones, we could be anywhere in the world. So you get to travel with people. Boom! Mind blown. Mind blown. So we've had a few cocktails together. We've had a few cigars together, and we've had some great, great conversation together. With that said, I want to introduce you guys to the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Casey Ridley. Welcome to the Hempibition Show.
Buddy, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Dude, you know what's exciting? The fact that we can hear each other and we're like 80 million miles away from each other. That's pretty hot.
Yeah. And by the time this show ends, I'll be in tomorrow.
Well, so right now for you, it's 11 p.m. For us, it's 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us exactly where you're at. Like where, like a pinpoint.
So I'm in Goma, DRC, which is Dominican Republic, Congo. Then there, and Goma is right next to Rwanda.
Yep.
Which is over by Kenya on the east side.
Got it.
So,
and most people, including moi, I've never been to Africa. So tell us about just Africa. I guess it's got to be different, right? Because we're all spoiled in the States.
Oh, absolutely. So my first experience coming to Africa was after a convention last year. I went to South Africa whenever we kind of launched.
That's right.
My Daily Choice launch and stuff down there, and I was there for a couple weeks. It wasn't as different as I thought it would be. Okay. Down in South Africa is a lot like the States. A lot of parts of it. Then whenever I came, we opened up Kenya in the first of the year, and I had a pretty large team growing and started in Kenya. So I said, well, what the heck? I don't have too much going on. It's wintertime. So February, I decided to go to Kenya for 2 weeks before we had our launch event then. And, Kenya is a lot different than South Africa. One of the biggest things that I learned, I just kind of always thought Africa was like the United States, just all one big, it was like all the same.
Right.
And every country in Africa is as different as the United States, Mexico, and Canada.
Wow.
And so every country does things extremely different.
Interesting.
From culture to just everything about it is way different in each country. So um, what brought me here to where I am is I met a lady, Charity, and her husband is a pastor of, I think, 1.2 million people here in Congo.
Oh, got it. So he's just
And
starting off.
yeah, we're
Small
just
time.
got, well, yeah,
No, I'm
the
talking
company
shit.
was, yeah, company wasn't even planning on, coming into this country whenever,
Got it.
until she took off out of, she come to Kenya, met us, and just kind of asked me, said, "Hey, we have a huge need to help a lot of people in our country make $2, $3, $4, $500 a month. Would
Nice.
be huge for everybody here."
And
And
that's
then
a lot of
on
money
top
there,
of
right?
that, oh yeah, absolutely. Most
Wow.
people here make $1 a day if they're lucky. Probably on
Wow.
average.
Yeah. Incredible.
So, so I just told her, I said, "Yeah, I'll come back as soon as I can." So I was home for about 10, 11 days. Got back on a plane. I bought a one-way ticket because I didn't really. My gut kind of told me I didn't know when I'd be coming back. And I got here, I believe, March 10th. So been here a few days.
March 11, shut down. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Well, actually, I went to Kenya. I was back in Kenya at our office there, helping everybody for 10 days, and I hadn't got here to help Charity yet, and it was kind of make a decision, get on a plane and go back to the States, which everybody was telling me that's what I should do.
Right.
But once again, kind of listening to my gut, and the reason why I come back to Africa was to come here and help Charity. So I figured, well, I'll just hop over here and help her, and as soon as I can go home, I can go home. So
Amazing.
here I am.
Amazing.
I was gonna say the toughest thing being here is the country I'm in. They speak French, and I don't.
And wee
I don't.
wee. But you can go wee wee, right? You're good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hysterical. Yeah. So then, but I'm sure a lot of the people speak some sort of English.
Oh, there's probably about 10, 12 people that I've met since I've been here that speak
in
English.
The whole country. All right, you're screwed.
No, I'm just saying. Saying, people that I'm around and working with and doing things. Yeah.
Interesting. So tell me about. So obviously you got there March 10th, and you got locked down, and you've been there now. Yeah. We're gonna be June 1st here in like 4 days. Yeah. So you've been there a couple of minutes. Tell me about you for a minute. We'll tell you, everybody out there in Facebook land, we'll get into the business because we'll talk details about business, but I also, in these shows, I want to sort of showcase the people and the fact that anybody can do this business. When we'll get into his older story, personal story, he's from Idaho and he's a rancher. Like, that's where he comes from. So if he can do this and build a global team, what can you do? Right? That's really the big message here. So, but I want to, before we get into that, what I want to know from you is how has this being stuck in Africa changed you in any way?
It's definitely kind of broadened my horizons a little bit.
Okay.
Just the culture differences here. The conversations I have with my kids is quite a bit is, I guess my kids are pretty lucky to be born in America.
Okay.
For the sense of opportunity that is there for almost everybody.
Yeah.
Here, but the thing that I really love about where I'm at is, the average person doesn't make a whole lot of money with what we consider a lot of money. Okay, right. You tell people make $1 a day or $300 a month is awesome, but the way people live here, I mean, they're extremely happy. They work extremely hard. This city has, I think, like 3-point-some million people in it, and probably 90% of them are entrepreneurs. Because if you're not, you don't eat.
You're screwed.
Yeah, everybody here buys and sells things to make a living, or you grow crops. You know what I mean, or different things. But everybody, I don't know how many millions of motorcycles there are here, but those people to run a motorcycle around as a business, giving people rides every day
Wow.
to make a couple bucks all day long.
Wow. Amazing.
You know, and so the work ethic that's behind the people, and everybody here, they don't, you know, they don't they don't strive to go on vacation. They don't go strive to go and spend, you know, earn lots of money to have
Wow.
elaborate things.
Wow.
It's so their kids have an extra set of clothes.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's so, you know what I mean? And like Charity, for instance, she is constantly teaching and educating people how, if you will work hard and save, $5 a week or $10 a week, and then she starts teaching them how to start their own business to be a little bit,
Mm.
better off
Wow.
6
Yep.
months from now.
Yep.
So, it's, I don't know if I've ever been a place that is, just entrepreneurship is here everywhere. It's
Incredible.
quite amazing to me.
It's incredible because what's funny for me, I was born in Romania, came to the States
Mhm.
when I was 9 years old. So I got into all sorts of businesses very, very young. And then Tammy exposed me when we met 20 years ago. She exposed me for the first time ever to network marketing. And
Mhm.
I had this thing literally up until HempWorks. I had this thing that network marketing is only for the States. Like my brain could not see network
Mhm.
marketing happening in the Romanian language. It just didn't make sense. I'm like, these people could not understand what this
Yeah.
is. So obviously since then I'm understanding that it's a global movement, and network marketing is bigger in parts of the world
Mhm.
than it is even in America. So that just
Oh yeah,
changed my
absolutely.
whole perspective. So I love what you're saying about the whole economic platform, I guess, in
Mhm.
Africa. So back to you really quick. What I'm noticing, like there's a piece about you that wasn't there before, and that's why I'm asking you, how has it changed you? And I'm sure it's 11 o'clock at night, you're a little bit tired, but there's a peaceful energy about you that you did not have before. So as much as this, I'm sure, was a problem that you got stuck, there's always obviously opportunity in every situation. So I guess I'm liking what
Yeah.
I'm seeing. I like the new Casey.
Yeah. So I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, you're stuck." Well, I don't. I guess I don't necessarily look at it like I'm stuck because I chose to be here.
Right.
I chose to come, and I had a goal in mind when I came, and so we haven't quite hit that goal yet,
Right.
and so I don't really feel like I'm stuck here. I feel, to be honest with you, I feel a bit blessed to be able to have the opportunity to be here to try to help and impact as many lives as possible through the opportunity that Josh Wagel has put in front of us to
Right.
do with what as we want.
That's right.
So
So are you got it? Okay. So do you know how much longer you're going to be there? Is there a date?
so I don't know. Today was the first time that I actually called, Delta. That's who I usually fly through, and just
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, when's the next flight I can get out of here?" And they said, "Well, about the 28th of June, you can get out of. You can get out. That's our next flight that's available out of
Oh
Kenya,
my God, that's good.
and the next one after that's about the 15th of July. But I'm 2 countries away, so
Right.
I have to be able to get to there to make that happen. And so right now, everything is, we don't have any of the coronavirus here where we are, but everything is locked down. They don't let hardly anybody come into the city, and they don't let, they're trying to keep everybody somewhat contained.
Right.
So, and everybody here keeps getting the same spiel as everybody else is,
Right.
well, 14 more days, 14 more days, 14 more days. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard South Africa is going to be locked down until August, September. And that's usually the first place it opens up here from most
Wow.
people I talk to. So, I
All right. Yeah.
might be wearing a Santa Claus suit in Africa this year.
Oh, there are so many jokes right there, but I'm not going to go there right now
Yeah.
because we can start.
Yeah. And the other thing with that is, before I left, I have a farm, feedlot, a
Right.
bunch of, mother cows and things. But luckily, my 15-year-old son has extremely stepped up, been taking care of everything, running the place, changing the water.
Yep.
Neighbors all say everything look amazing. There's lots of food on the table. Everybody's healthy. So, you know,
Amen.
it, I get to see them whenever I have service, talk to them on the phone and such. So everybody's good.
Yeah, that's huge. So let's go, because you went to the farm situation. Let's talk about that for a minute, because again, I want everybody to understand that you don't have to be an entrepreneur or a PhD, or you got to be 6'2" and blonde. Yeah, you don't have to
Yeah,
be
you can do it with red
anything.
hair.
Yeah, because that, see my point. Uh, so tell us about before you got into network marketing, and even during, because your ranching life and farming continued. So tell us a little bit about that.
So I grew up in a pretty small town, Grandview, Idaho. I think there was 43 kids in my graduating class out of 3 towns. You know, my I, I was pretty much like all through high school. I lived with my grandparents, and that probably gave me the best thing that ever happened to me was I lived with my grandparents at that age of my life.
Right.
The thing there was work ethic. Your word means way more than any amount of money you ever could make, and doing things for the right reasons, not just for chasing money.
Mm.
It's probably something that I pulled away from, at those stages in my life. So I feel extremely blessed being, raised where I was, ranching, farming.
Right.
I In 2015, I bought the place that we own now, mostly so my kids would be able to have their own stuff, have responsibilities, take care of animals. You watch animals being born, you watch animals die, just different things. And I think just as a young kid becoming an adult, those are things that
Right.
definitely help a person as they, go on in life. I
Absolutely.
actually got into network marketing whenever I turned 18 years old.
Oh, wow.
Um, and my whole family was filled with, I don't know if entrepreneurs, but all self-employed, people. Everybody worked for themselves.
Got it.
Um, but overhead was tremendous.
Mm.
You run a farm, you have extreme amounts of overhead through a year with, payments, fuel, feed, you name it, employees to make everything work.
Oh, yeah.
And my uncle's the one that introduced me to network marketing then, and I went to some of the big conventions and big things, and I just really, the thing that I really noticed was it wasn't the amount of money that could be made. It was just the whole duplication process without employees, without a huge amount of overhead.
Mm.
And for me, it was the amount of people that you would be able to impact their lives with when done correctly. Or, you know what I mean? If your goal is not just making money, it will open your eyes up to opportunities and the availability to help a lot of people
That's right.
just simply better their lives. And better lives doesn't mean lots of money.
That's right.
More time,
Yeah,
freedom, different
sure.
things. Yeah.
So
So
your big excitement, because I think you said something very powerful, and I think maybe this is a segue to go into the business. Network marketing is special. And you just mentioned that in network marketing, you don't have the overhead, you don't have employees, you don't have a brick and mortar, you don't have inventory to keep, you don't have the insurances. Like,
correct.
talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, I've had up to, when I was 23 years old, I think I had at one time almost 30 employees. And you
Yeah,
know, a half to $1 million worth of equipment that I either, was making payments on or owned some of it, you know what I mean? And stress was through the roof, man, because to me, every employee you have, they have families, and
yep,
you have to do your business correctly to where you can keep them employed and keep
that's
paying
right.
them so they can keep feeding their families. And so the stress of all of that was just, was no fun.
Yeah,
I'm definitely glad that I got out of that scenario. Um, but the thing that I'm not a big fan of college. To me, there's certain things people need to go to college for. You want to be a doctor, you need to be an
Yeah.
attorney. You know, I mean, there's lawyers, different things.
Yeah.
But you know, most young kids that I talk to these days, I talk to them all about like, look, you can go to college for 4 years, which is great, but you can go into debt while you do it,
Oh yeah.
and you can spend the rest of your life working for somebody else, and a lot of years trying to pay off that debt. Or you can get in the network marketing industry and decide to earn while you learn. It takes no talent, no education. You don't need to be athletic. You don't need to be any of those types of things. And if there's thousands of options as far as the network marketing industry goes.
Yep.
And so it's all about learning while you're earning. But in 4 to 7 years, whenever people are getting out of college, if you do it right, and if you spend as much time as you would going to college, plus working that job, plus studying, you could, to me, I believe you literally could retire in 4 to 7 years versus working the rest of your life after 4 to 7 years. So, that's a pretty big difference for me, when talking to people.
Yeah. What's funny was when I met Tammy, I was just an entrepreneur. I was in real estate. I was in construction. I was in, by that time, I already got into the restaurant business, import, export. I mean, I was like that entrepreneur on fire. In case entrepreneurship ran out, like I wanted to get mine.
Yeah.
I was going at that speed. And when I meet Tammy, and she now tells me, so we meet, and one day she gets an envelope, opens it up, and it's a check. And I'm like, what is that? And she said, well, it's this network marketing company that I did a couple of years ago. And then she now starts to tell me how it's still paying her. So I said, what do you mean it's still paying you? She's like, yeah, it's called residual income. And she's like, you do work one time and then it keeps paying you. And then she, explains to me the concept and the process and all that fun stuff. And I'm like, what? That's like building a house. It's like building a house. And instead of like just getting paid one time when you sell it, it's like, no, every time they use the bathroom, they pay you. And I'm like, oh, I like that. Okay. So, and what was amazing, the story was that when she was 18, she had the same story. She's like, screw education. I want to be an entrepreneur. And she, in the company she was with at that time, she got to the place of making $10,000 a month at the age of 18. So she's like, education, 10 grand a month, education, 10 grand a month. So I get your point so well. And we're not saying do not go for education if that's your
no, absolutely
not. God bless you, but it's just our opinion. Don't necessarily do what we do. This is just our opinion. So tell me about the simplicity, because I know, and this is a good conversation for people looking to build a global team. So we have My Daily Choice, HempWorks as the company. We have certain products that is in the lineup of My Daily Choice and HempWorks. Two things now. Not all products are available in every single country. So I want to chat about that. And then I want to piggyback with, how is the compensation plan different in Africa as opposed to the States? So let's go with the products first.
So, yeah, absolutely. The one thing so Josh has done a very good job. Josh Wager, the owner of My Daily Choice, he's done a very good job of making sure that if he's going to go open up in a country, he does it correctly.
Yep,
it's very important to him. So, one of the biggest things that I've learned about here in Africa is everybody. Well, usually, what happens is companies go to a country and they make all kinds of promises with their products. Okay.
Right.
Then they make promises for a couple of years about, we're going to send you an office, we're going to take care of this, we're going to take care of that, and most of them never do it.
Correct.
The reason why they never do it is because they don't go get the products registered within that country. So what happens is they usually go there, they get so big, now pretty much everybody's like, hey, where's your paperwork? Where's, you should be paying the country money because of all these different things, and they don't have it done, so they just leave.
Right.
Josh, it's very important that if he's gonna go into a country, he wants to be there, just like the United States. He wants to be there for the next 30 to 60, 70 years. So when he says, we're going to go to Kenya, we're going to go to Nigeria, he goes, make sure that he has banking set up. He has payment things set up. He has all the products get registered, or or at least get the steps of processes going to where, they know they're going to get done. So that Josh is probably the only company, being part of My Daily Choice, HempWorks, is about the only company out of anybody that I've met here that does it right. And you want to talk like, so when I went to Kenya, I don't know how many people they would say, "Hey, will you talk to this person and actually let them know we have an office here, and that there's somebody here from the States helping us?"
Yeah.
Like it just blew my mind. So the products, not all the products are. So our spray line, Mantra, and our travel portal is, I think, good to go almost everywhere in the world. There's a few countries that won't allow a few of the different sprays, but those are almost can be shipped anywhere. Not all of our countries in Africa are allowed to have HempWorks that are ingestible. Okay.
CBD, you mean?
So CBD, yeah.
Got it. So
any hemp related product that is ingestible isn't legal there yet.
You can't consume. Understood.
Consumable. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
And so those are some different things that happen. Trying to go into different markets and people wanting to ship stuff to different places and whatever. Yeah. So the thing. So when I went back to Kenya, we can't have CBD oil there. So it brought me back to. So I've been in the company since day one. Signed up first person under Chris Robinson, and so all we had when we started was our spray line.
Right.
And the testimonials and stuff we got out of our spray line were really good. But then HempWorks blew up. I almost quit that day, by the way. I was like, I don't want anything to do with marijuana. Right. I called up Chris. I was like, hey, I can't believe we've been doing this for 2.5 years. And he's going to bring out hemp. I'm out.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. Glad I stayed.
Oops.
But when we got back to Kenya and people started using our spray line, and I think a lot of it had to do with just nutrition. You know what I mean? They don't have all the different nutritional avenues, say, that we do in the States. Okay. So the testimonials that I started hearing from people when I first got to Kenya, I was just like, "Did you guys smuggle some CBD oil in here?" Like, I really thought some of that stuff, that's, was some of the same stuff we heard on road tour last year.
Right.
And so, it just went back to how important all of Josh's product lines are. We've made a really big thing out of HempWorks the last few years, but
absolutely,
in the right circumstances, in the right places, our spray line is as more powerful as anything, really.
Yeah, it is amazing. For everybody that's live right now or even replay, drop in the comments how long you've been with My Daily Choice HempWorks. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Drop how long you've been with My Daily Choice HempWorks. And if you're not in yet, just say coming soon. How's that? Drop that in the comments right now. I want to see who's out there. So you've been here since day one. That's actually a really cool story. And I don't know who Chris Robinson is, but whatever. We'll just skip right over that name. 2.5 years. Sprays are amazing. Keeping it real. 27 months. Boom. Look at that. That's really cool. So we got some 1 year on Saturday. Whoa, 1 year on Saturday. That's really, really cool. December 18. Come on. Keep dropping them. 17 months. Hey, Anita. Badass out of East Coast. Mike, 1 year. Very cool. 2017, Maggie, hello, 17. So that's like going on 3 years. Whoop, whoop. And so day one means what? So
November 6th, 2014.
Wow. So it'll be 6 years here. And wow. Very, very cool.
Been a roller coaster. Lots of ups and downs.
Sure. But that's business, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's business. That's life.
And a lot of that is me because I haven't been all those 4 years. I have or 6 years, coming on 6 years. I wasn't committed to my business
Sure.
or to the company the whole time, and so
Yep.
my business has taken big ups and downs, and not on the fault of the company, just myself. But yeah, I've known Josh coming on 10 years now, 11 years now.
Right, because you and that guy, I think Chris Robinson is his name, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. So you guys were in Josh's original company.
Correct, yeah.
So that's how you guys all met. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. So so we got 4 months, Joanna 20 months-ish. I like the ish part. Jim 2 years. Very cool. One of the speakers has been in Africa for the duration of COVID. Oh, got it. Jim is telling somebody about you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, the guy with the hat, the good-looking one. He's the one in Africa. What? Stop it. What's up, Jesse? So let's talk about. So guys, so you're saying again, the sprays. Like right now, I'm chatting with a guy in Mexico, and what's available in most of the world, probably in every single country, are the sprays, travel, the High Life travel, and of course the essential oils.
Yeah.
So somebody can start their business with those 3 products, build a team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So tell me about that, because you guys are doing that exactly now.
One of the things, and a lot of people might not know this yet, but so in Africa, one of the things that's really tough is most, like, especially where I'm at, it's a cash-based deal. Like here where I'm at,
interesting.
All the people we've been putting in we start with getting them an email address. Okay, so that.
Wow.
That's a whole different ball game. When you're looking, big picture, when everything is online. Whenever you have to start with getting somebody an email address,
incredible.
Some of these same people don't even have a phone. But so with that, one of the biggest troubles is auto shipments or reorders, right? Every great network marketing company has products and services that you use monthly, so people reorder. Amen. So whenever you reorder, you earn a residual income.
Yep.
So the like I said, the biggest struggle here is for people. Shipping is expensive, just different things. And so we finally got corporate to come up with some packages. Some of them are just here for Africa, but there's packages now that you can get for like $4.99. Will give you 300 BV, but it gives you 100 BV for 3 months, and you don't have to reorder.
Oh, got it. So it spreads it out.
There's a HempWorks one, and then there's also one with the spray line now.
Got it.
The HempWorks one is only available in Africa. The spray line one, our spray line, is available everywhere. Okay, so anybody that's in HempWorks, I don't know if you know this, Adrian, but if you go to shop and then specialty products, you can go in there and click one of those options where you can actually buy a spray package that keeps you 90 BV for 6 months, and you don't have to reorder.
Out there, yes.
Okay, yeah. So so those things here are extremely huge. Okay. One of the things right here where we're at that we're working on is, it's hard for somebody to get one of those packages for 6 months, right? But so what we have people doing is actually like 3 or 4 people pooling their money together.
Wow.
They buy one package for one guy. Then they get their, I think that package has 60 sprays in it. So they get the 60 sprays, they split them up, they go sell them. Okay. Then they turn around, they all come back in a week.
Wow.
Pull their money together again and do it again. But the thing is, you do that, if each one of them does that every week, they're locked in for 6 months, and they use the same money to start with.
Incredible.
One of the things I've probably really learned here was you have to get creative.
Yep.
At times. So the spray line here is doing extremely well. We move a lot of it in each country, and which around the world. But
absolutely,
it's moving a lot. One of the top sprays here is probably your brain spray.
The brain spray, really?
Brain spray. Yep.
I should start using it.
Well,
you don't think it'll work? Maybe I'll remember when Tuesday and Thursday is and what the difference is. Oh shit, that's funny. So, so what you're saying is how easy and how amazing we have it in the States, and we have it in Canada, and we have it in Europe, right? Where people have email addresses, they have internet,
Well,
they take credit cards. Whoa, what a concept!
yeah, and that's just so that's I didn't run into that same thing whenever I was in Kenya or when
Right,
I was in South Africa, but
right.
right here where I'm at, that's a huge thing that we're working on. And
Interesting.
if most people pay with cash for everything up and down the street, then um, it's hard to how do we pay everybody if
Wow,
people don't have a bank account?
wow.
The same thing. So right now, what we're actually doing is when people get paid, we have it thrown into their credit wallet. We pay them the cash. We use the credit wallet to sign up other people. So we kind
Oh,
of have our own
interesting.
cash-based program going on just to
Just
make
to
it
make
work
it work.
until we can get methods of payments and everything here up and running and going. And so, like I
Amazing.
said, it's every market is different,
Every market's different.
very much,
That is
very
really,
much.
really incredible. Obviously, being, I live in Southern California, we have everything available. Very different concept to even think that you got
Yeah.
to collect cash. How do you pay them? Everybody buys a bunch of sprays. They go sell them. I mean, you guys are hustling. You're making stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
really impressive. It's impressive, and it's what's amazing is like you look at America now, and there's a complacency in America, right? You have a few of us that are hustlers, and we're going to make shit happen, but there's a lot of complacency in America. It's like, oh, you mean I have to go to work, or you mean I have to go, like when people get out of a job, like when I came from Romania, my story. I
Yeah.
went dumpster diving to get food, and then we
Mhm.
would go and collect aluminum cans and bottles, and then we would pick avocados and go sell those. And my dog would have a bunch of puppies. We go sell those in front of the supermarket. Like, we hustled. You make shit happen, right?
Yeah, and so another thing I probably should add is here network marketing has hammered Africa so hard,
Mm,
just in whole. And most of those companies have never had the people first, the way Josh and Jenna do.
got it.
Far as compensation plan goes, or
Right,
far
right,
as
right.
just priorities goes, they since day one, they've always wanted to put the affiliates of people doing all the work, right, first and utmost, and make sure those people are the ones taken care
Yeah,
of. And so another thing that here is building trust within the network marketing community that we're going to be here for a long time. And there's things you can do different with this company that's going to set you up long term, rather than most companies that come here into Africa. They're
right.
here for a year, 6 months, year, 2 years, and they're gone. So you kind of have to mentally prepare yourself for that. Like, okay, if I'm going to go get in this business,
Oh,
most
wow.
of them aren't here for very long. And so you have to the mindset of the network marketing world within Africa that, hey, our company is different. Our standards are different. The way we structure the compensation plan that Josh put together is way different. Um, just everything about it. And whenever you get those leaders involved and they start looking at it and they start understanding, and then they they the thing that really helps is whenever coming here
Yep.
and actually putting feet on the ground and actually helping them and showing up and helping them work. There's no doubt in my mind when Africa kind of gets opened up, it's My Daily Choice is going to blow up here. It's going to get
That's
crazy.
big. That's big. And also, tell me about logistics. So, are we shipping sprays from the States to you?
No, yeah. So right now, we have an off. So our products right now are coming from the Kenya office, right?
Okay.
So they ship everything in bulk, pallets and whatnot, and they have them in Nigeria, Uganda, South Africa, Kenya. Kenya is very busy right now because they are supplying Tanzania, Uganda, and to us here in Congo. And so they're shipping from those or you can go pick them up. But they're not getting shipped to me directly from the States. No.
So you guys in Africa, you have a hub, little warehouse where product gets distributed from.
Yeah, I think most of it gets sent to Nigeria first, and then they send it from Nigeria throughout the country to all the different, offices, warehouses that we have.
Got it. Tell me about the food in Africa. Like right now, where you're at. What's for dinner? What's for lunch? What's normal? I just want to know, are there tacos? If there are no tacos,
no tacos.
Damn it.
No Taco Tuesday.
Oh, we need tequila then. Okay, we'll make up for it.
No, I eat a lot of fish.
Oh,
I've
interesting.
never been a fish person.
Yeah,
but I became a fish person. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're no food. So one thing that I've probably noticed for me personally is I've never watched my diet my whole life.
Right.
So I just eat whatever, sweets, junk, processed, whatever.
Yeah.
Here, I because just everything here, nothing is processed. You know what I mean? It's fresh fish, it's fresh fruit, it's fresh produce, it's, you know what I mean? It's fresh goat, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Because everything is fresh. And so that has, I definitely believe, I feel better and doing way better, physically. I think it's just from the way I've been eating here.
Absolutely.
It's been way better.
That makes sense.
So the only thing sweet around here is a little bit of sugar you get to put in your tea or coffee.
No desserts?
Pineapple.
Pineapple fruit.
I have hated pineapple my whole life. And I tell you what, it's like candy here.
Wow.
It's the best tasting pineapple I've ever had. I'm trying to figure out how to get it imported to my house.
Oh yeah. Money talks, bro. You know that. You can buy anything you want. Hey, so we have a question.
Sometimes it's who you know.
That's right. So we have any questions you guys have for Casey, drop them in the comments now. Mike Eisen is asking about bottled water. So is water an issue?
Nah, it hasn't been. It's always been bottled water.
That's why it hasn't been an issue.
Yeah. Almost everybody bottled water.
Got it. And got it? So is that imported water? Is it local water, filtered? What?
I don't know.
Okay.
Comes in a bottle. I don't think there's probably a place here that that processes and everything. It's probably shipped into here.
Got it.
Where I'm at.
Got it. Very cool. So you also went to, just to talk about international markets and expansion, you also went to England, November last year?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have a team there, etc. So tell us a little bit about, because my goal for everybody listening is to understand that you can build a global team. We're online today. You got social media. You can make connections with people literally all over the world. On Facebook, there are 2.6 billion people active, registered. I mean, you can do anything. So tell me about Europe, I guess.
So Europe was, kind of a spur of the moment thing. I have a team there. They're not real big. They're gaining and growing traction. But the company itself, at the time, we had a 25K there. And we had, the thing about Europe, they're so scattered out. It doesn't take very long to get from places, but they're all kind of scattered out.
Yeah.
And there was me and a few other affiliates, leaders in My Daily Choice, that were all going to Europe for a Fraser Brooks convention. And so I just said, well, heck, why don't we just plan a little roadshow event there? I think we had 70, 80 people there.
Yeah.
But I've gotten to travel the world in the previous company and in this one, all because of this industry. So absolutely, you can. The thing about network marketing, and you said earlier, it's all about building relationships.
That's it.
And so my advice to anybody, if you want to travel, if there's a country, if there's a place that you've ever wanted to go see,
build a team.
Find some people there and just start building a relationship with them. Start telling them what you're doing, get them involved, and then before you know it, if you focus your time and energy, on that person in that area, or a couple people there, there's no reason why you shouldn't be going there once or twice a year on vacation, or going to help your team.
Yeah.
The thing that I've always loved about that is anytime you get to travel to a new country and people there that you're friends with and building with, you don't stay in the hotels. You don't get treated like a tourist. You get to go see the sights, the country, the people, that,
Right.
what I mean, the
Yeah.
thing that they get to see all the time. And
Right.
I love that way more than, kind of going and doing the tourist type thing.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Hey, I have a question here from Anita. So, Anita Thomas, first of all, next time you have any kind of issue, please get a hold of us. Tammy can help you with stuff like this. But Anita's saying, I'm going through all of this now with someone. I signed up in Kenya, no bank account, going back and forth with support, trying to get her to team up with others to purchase Builder Pack. I was told that the prices in Kenya are more expensive than they are in the US. How is that possible?
Yeah, so you always have duties, import fees, custom fees, things like that are added on. So every market, the price is a little bit different. Every country, that price is a little bit different.
Sure.
In our company, everything is paid off of business volume, and you can't drop the price that people are paying for that business volume. So if it costs products or taxes or different things, then that all has to be, kind of added on at the other end,
Sure.
for people. The other thing that changes is exchange rates. What I mean? Depends on, how all that happens. But
the market, yeah.
And for her in Kenya, so if they have the money, they have the cash, they can go deposit that in the corporate account and take the receipt to the office and pick up their products. So they don't have to have a credit card. They don't have to have those things there to make it happen.
Got it. So yeah, so Anita, any help we can give you, get a hold of me, get a hold of Tammy, we can jump. We know people. Not Chris Robinson. Yeah. We know like real people.
You have a very good team that's going strong in Kenya.
Yeah, that's
very
right.
Very powerful ladies there.
Yep. Hamida. So very cool. What was I going to ask you? Gosh, I had a very specific question. Oh, back to Africa really quick, and then we'll move on back to business. But this is how my brain works. Tell me about alcohol in Goma. Can you go get tequila? Can you go get a martini?
So I have not had a drink since I've been here.
Bro, throw up the SOS sign. I'll come. Daddy's coming.
So it's around, but I've not had. I have not had any. I mean, they have it here everywhere. So here where we're at, most things everybody's run on generators.
Wow.
So the generator here, I asked them nicely if they'll keep it running for me so I can have lights and make sure my Wi-Fi doesn't cut out on me. But
yeah.
So if it's beer, it's warm beer. That I don't think they have ice here. It may be some, but I haven't seen it anywhere. Different things, and so you would have a hard time without getting your, on the rocks.
Yeah, that's right. So no big rock for the whiskey.
No big rock.
No whistle pig in the fat. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's here, but I haven't seen it.
That's funny. Well, it's not funny, but I get your point. Very cool. So let's wrap this up with anybody looking to obviously first jump into the business with us, or if you're already in looking to scale and go global, what would you say the three most important things from a simplicity perspective in order to grow a global team? What would you say like the step 1, step 2, step 3 would be?
Oh, first thing is it's try to, if you can. So, I myself never really tried finding people outside of the States because the previous company I was in, I know the struggle that can take and the amount of time that it takes and the effort that it takes. And so if you are going to be building a global team, be very committed. And plan on going and making a trip there. if you want it to get big, if you want it to really grow and do really well, you definitely need to go support it because most of Africa builds hotel meetings rooms. You know what I mean? It's not there's not because data is a huge problem in
Got
a
it.
lot of other
Sure.
countries, and
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
you have to kind of you build it completely differently, and so but the opportunity is absolutely tremendous when it's done correctly, and everybody on this call has somebody in their upline that has experience in growing in international markets.
Yep.
So I would definitely, whenever you start finding somebody in an international market, tap into your upline that will be able to help you successfully and probably put them in touch with other people that are, that can help them move forward. But
That's good.
it's anybody can do it. And the other thing is, if I mean the opportunity outside of the United States is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Um, I mean, things open up in Africa. I foresee having 1 million to 2 million members
Hmm.
using our product or marketing here in Africa in the next year and a half. Depends on when things get opened up. I
Right.
mean, like it's crazy.
That's big.
But you're going to build differently than you do in the United States. So
Right.
keep that in mind. And so keep an open mind whenever you go and visit with them. And the other thing is make sure if you're talking to people in Nigeria, make sure you do your due diligence and find the exact, the correct things that person's going to need to do within that country to
That's
either
good.
pay,
Yep.
to how they pay, how they get their product, what products are there. In our back office, you can go in and click under international expansion and see every product that can go to any country. So all of those things, as soon as you start reaching out to people and you're
Yep.
finding people that have interest, make sure you do your due diligence and find
Be
those
ready.
things out. Yeah,
Yep.
be ready. Yeah,
Be prepared.
professional,
Yeah.
professional. Yeah,
Run a freaking business. This is
yeah,
business, people. It's
absolutely.
not a freaking hobby.
It saddens me a
Yeah.
little bit of how many people that their response is, well, here's the number to the office in Nigeria, call up the country manager.
Right.
And so if you want that person to be successful, it's like you said, it's your business. Run it
Yep.
like a business.
Yep.
It's you got to help those people succeed. And if you do the right things to help somebody succeed, you have a business partner for life.
Yep.
The
Absolutely.
commitment out of the people internationally is phenomenal.
That's
Phenomenal.
hot. So you brought up, and Tammy's on here now, so be careful what we say because she's watching. So you brought up a tool that, funny enough, Tammy just showed it to me a couple of days ago because now we have somebody in Japan. We have just all over Europe and somebody in Norway looking to come in. And I wanted to know, like, hey, what's available in Norway? Is it just sprays? So she took me to the international expansion and she's like, look, just put the country in and boom. So that for everybody out there watching this in your back office of My Daily Choice or hempworks.com, when you log in as an affiliate in your back office, if you go to literally the section called international expansion, you type in the country and it pulls up exactly what's available in that country today. It was freaking magic. So yeah, that tool right there can make all of us just a ton of money because there are people today, so freaking hungry and so desperate to find solutions to making money, to staying home, because now they're going to homeschool their kids. Moms can't go to work anymore. Dads are going to hang around. They're going to want to travel. Like everything. Look, the whole financial fabric globally is changing right now. What we have is priceless. It's precious. So what Casey's telling us is that in a little town where I don't know how little it is, but in Goma where Wi-Fi is choppy, credit cards are not there, email addresses are not possible, ICE non-existent. If they can do it, if they can do it, what can we do? So with that said,
Absolutely.
yeah. So Casey, thank you for your time. Everybody, let's drop a bunch of love for Casey Ridley, please. Thank him, honor him. And then, of course, I want to know what the biggest nugget you got from him today was, and whether you're watching live or replay, you guys know what to do. Casey Ridley, brother, thank you for your time. This was not just informative, but it was inspiring to know that people in other parts of the world are as hungry in order to hustle for their families as I feel I am here in the States, where we have everything. But I really appreciate the entrepreneur spirit, and to know that it's alive as opposed to complaining. I love that. So thank you for sharing that and bringing that to the surface.
Yeah, one last thing. The thing that the thing that I love about the people here that I've really met, and
Yep.
I think it's all over the African country, is they don't want handouts.
Mm-hmm.
They want the simple opportunity to be able to better their grandchildren. And the thing that I love is a lot of them are finding it in this company.
I love that.
And when you start watching those people better their lives for the future and things, it's absolutely amazing. It's a
Boom.
blessing. Absolute
Amen.
blessing.
Amen. One day maybe we can figure out who this Chris Robinson is, but until then, thank you again.
Yeah,
And
no problem.
hey, maybe I'll see you soon in some other part of the world. We'll see how things open up. But until then, thank you again for your time. This was awesome.
No problem. We'll see you.
Boom. Casey Ridley, everybody. This is the man, the myth, the legend. This was another beautiful The Hempibition show that comes to you live every single Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific. You can figure out what that means to your time zone. Every Thursday, we're talking about how to make money from home through your cell phone. What better way is that? You can, literally all of in the last 2 years, we've traveled the world and made money through HempWorks, my daily choice, via our phones. I've done videos on the beach in Dubai, Istanbul, Budapest, London, Paris. It's been just phenomenal. So you can do whatever you want. My point is, if you're not in HempWorks yet, my daily choice, make a decision, change your life. And if you're already in, get this information out there, because today people are hurting more than ever, and it's up to us to help. So make it about them, not about you. Get out there and help people change the world. And that's it. Let's wrap it up. Thank you, guys. I love you. We'll see you guys on the next episode of The Hempibition next Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday, so I'm doing a sort of spontaneous live at 11 a.m. Pacific with QAnon John. And then, of course, Tuesday we'll have Who's a Badass at 2 p.m. Pacific. And then next Thursday, we have a real badass that's in our team, Mr. Christopher Celeste, joining us. And you're going to hear his story. It's really cool. With that said, love you guys. Share this information, tag people, and, of course, do your rooms and watch parties and all that fun stuff. I love you. Bye-bye.